Hey everybody, Steve here with White Knuckle Off-Road and Adventures. We're going to be installing a 2-inch bracket lift on a 2019 Polaris Sportsman 850 HOSP. This belongs to my buddy Pablo. He was over here helping me most of the day on some other stuff, so he had to take off, and so I told him I'd put his lift in for him. I installed this lift on my bike about 3 months ago, and I've been really happy with it. It's a real easy install, and the mounting brackets seem to be really nice. I've looked into the high lifter stuff, and this kit is out of Canada, and the front shock brackets are all one piece instead of two just tabs with some spacers and stuff in them. So I went with this one, and I really like it. I haven't had any problems, no vibrations in the bike. No problems with the axles binding up. I've had it in the snow and running it pretty hard and haven't had any problems at all. The only part that I don't like is that's the factory sway bar link. High lifter gives you one that is longer, that looks like that, made out of steel. This company gives you two longer bolts with two spacers. I haven't had any problem with them in my bike. I just don't like the way it looks. This kit's 123 bucks with shipping and the Canada rates and all that crap. It ends up being almost $200, like $197. So they went extra quality on these rear brackets. They go all the way across the bike. They mount really solid instead of just a couple little shock tabs out at the end. I just can't believe all they threw in there was a couple cheap spacers for the sway bar links. So anyway, I got the one side installed, as you can see, and just going to get this one done over here, and we'll see how this goes, because I got to film by myself today. So we'll see if the camera will stay where we're at. And your factory bolts, 15s, we'll get those out. Lift up on the shock here a little bit, pop the bolt out. Your factory bolt ends up going back into the back of the bike. So we'll get this out of the way. I'm gonna pull this one up, put it on. It's gonna go right over the top of it. You got a spacer and one of the longer bolts provided in the kit. We'll drop that in. That put on. It's got just a nut that goes on it. And you're going to take the other new bolt and put it in. Let's see, get that back. Well, we'll try. The other side went right in, of course. There we go. On this side, we do have to put a washer. You guys can see that right inside there. Get that in. And get the bolt on, the nut. And we're just gonna cinch this back down a little bit. We're not gonna tighten it all the way up until we've got it on the ground. There we go. That's the front shock bracket. That's all there is to it. It's a real easy install. And like I say, we're going to leave those a little bit loose, just to set it on the ground and kind of go through everything and tighten it up a little bit better here in a minute. Sorry, those are 14 millimeters up here, and the nuts are 15s. That's why we're going on a little bit. So we're going to leave that loose. We're going to throw the front tires back on. And I guess we're going to have to jack this up a little bit higher probably now to get the front tires back on it. Your wheel lugs are 17 millimeter. And we'll just throw them on, and we'll go back through and torque them on too in a minute when we get done with everything. The instructions say to put this, leave it loose, put it back on, and tighten it up once it's on the ground. so that you know the shock bracket is all the way flat against the control arm. And the nice thing is this lift is actually made for the bikes with the R stay on it. I've got this gun turned down so it's not going to go on real super tight. I'll go back through after everything's said and done and get them all torqued the way they got to be. So we're just going to throw this other tire on real quick. Once we get this on, we'll set the front end down. We'll tighten everything up real good on the front, and then we'll move to the back of the bike. Sorry. Looks like I'm missing a lug nut. We'll see what I do with it. This up a little bit. Let's see what I did with that other lug nut for it. I'm not sure where I set it. All right. Well, we got to come back through and get this stuff all tightened up here in a minute. Sorry. So, let's see. Where did it go? Well, we'll drop this front end down. I'll find that lug nut. You can see it on there anywhere. And get that done in a minute. So there you go. There's the front. That turned out pretty nice, and it's a real easy install. It really takes just a few minutes to do. All right, we'll go to the back here. We'll get the back of the bike jacked up. Let's just lean forward just a little bit. All righty. Up here, grab a couple of stuff. Oh, there's the lug nut. Just a second, guys. So anyway, we'll get back here. Sorry for the foam being all over the place. Camera here. See if we can't get this set up in a good spot back here where it'll work good. There we go. See how that works. And I'm going to get it put on real quick. Back jacked up. And you don't really need to take these tires off. It makes it a little easier to work around things. We'll clean them off real quick. This other side off. Okay. And grab our bolts from up front. these put back here. That stuff on the ground. All right, so now we're going to get the back installed and see how that works out. Last time we did it, it went pretty smooth. Not really any big problems with it. So we'll be right back.